Hi there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Impact over image when it comes to supersizing and growing our business. We're going to talk about this today. I apologize for my voice. Sorry, it just is what it is. But I'm not going to show up because we're doing a 30-day challenge. So that means the minimum viable acceptable behavior is to at least show up. So today we're talking about the power of impact, meaning the results we get, what we actually do, the example that we set is more important in growing and building and supersizing our business than what people see or say or talk about. What I talk about is if it's different when what I do, I'm undermining myself as a leader and as a business owner and a founder. If I am consistent, people know they can trust me and they will be more likely to follow us and set and behave in similar ways. And I talked about that in the Be a Better You Annual Challenge, how important it is to be the example and do what we expect other people to do. We've talked about that a few times this month. You can't expect people, if you're a parent, you know exactly what I'm talking about, to behave in ways that you're not behaving in. I see this all the time in our businesses and in our life, and especially in social media. The highlight reels that people are showing on social media is just that. They're the highlight reels. They're not showing up every day and really letting you peek behind the curtain and see how they do things. They're just showing you the things they want you to see. Every pro marketing tactic out there, all the flashy cars and big homes. You know what? If that's what they're showing you, and then you find out that they have a rented home, and it's not even their house, they just used it for an ad or a commercial. Same with cars. That was a big thing a few years ago. People were pulling that, and it's like, seriously, man, I know that's not your house. I know that's not your car. Why are you pretending when if you just show us your journey and what you're doing and how you're growing and improving, that's something we can all relate to. So I chose for this one to talk about the power of discipline and how substance scales, being authentic scales and wins every time. We talked about that the other day, and that results will outlast our reputation. Our reputation, our image, are what people see of us in social media and other places. That is just a little tip of the iceberg. But we want to make sure that that's always consistent with who we really are, because there's nothing worse than people, me including, meeting our heroes and finding out that they're not even who they pretend to be online. I think that that's a lot of people, that's all they can do because they're just hollow shells of humans. But most of us are great people. If we just show that, we'll attract the right people to us. So I want to talk about discipline today. We've talked about consistency. But to me, discipline creates freedom because it means that as motivation fades for something that we say that we want, and there's going to be days like today where I don't want to get online and talk. I don't want to be here in front of you talking. I feel lousy. My nose is running out my face most of the time. My throat doesn't hurt, but it sounds horrible. And the more I talk, the more it strains it and gives me a headache. So I don't want to be, I want to be here because I'm true to my word. I do what I say I'm going to do. And we're doing a 30-day challenge and an annual challenge, which means the minimum I can do is to show up every day. But that takes discipline in forming habits. And again, good habits are harder to form and easy to break. Bad habits, easy to form, hard to break. And so we get to choose the habits that we're going to create in our life. And we do that through discipline. Discipline is doing what matters, even when we don't feel like it. It matters that I show up every day. It matters that I'm consistent. And even if it doesn't matter to anybody else, it matters to me. It matters to me that I keep my word to myself, that I do what I say I'm going to do. That creates our reputation as well as the results that we get in our life. Small, consistent actions beat bursts of inspiration all day long. You can get an immediate result by doing an inspired burst. And what we're really looking for, all of us, is inspired action to grow and build and supersize our business. And that happens more and more as we become more disciplined. One of the things we could do is set up time, either daily, I recommend daily, or weekly, a couple times in our schedule during the week, to work on our business, not work in it, work on it. Strategize, think, meditate, figure out, brainstorm ways that, and things that need to be addressed in your business. It doesn't mean you have to address them all, but you have to bring attention to them if you think that they're a challenge area and get the right people involved to deal with them. Freedom lives on the other side of structure. I know people don't like to hear this, but I have had to create a lot of structure in my life. I've got a brain that goes a million miles an hour in a million different directions. And if I don't create structure, block my time, schedule things that are my priorities and matter, they won't get done because I am like a squirrel sometimes, and I'll see something and I'll go all in on it and I'll forget what I was already doing. And I don't want that to happen, especially when I'm building my business and the life that I want for myself and my family. So today, as an action item, we're going to raise our standards a little bit. All of us, me included. We're going to look at one area that we would like to see improvement in. I got a lot, always do. But we're going to pick one, and then we're going to share one, what we want the improved standard to be. And don't go from 0 to 100 with this. Go from what you are committing to actually doing with respect to this. So if I say I want to spend more time working on my business instead of in my business, and I've spent decades being guilty of this, doing all the things to help wherever I needed to help, but not spending time planning and organizing what are the most critical, important things we need to do. I'm getting ready to participate in a 6-month challenge that will help me to focus and stay on track to that one thing, as most of us need. It's interesting. If you coach and consult or help other people, you'll find that the thing that people are coming to you for is the thing that you need the most. And that's something that I need to put in place. I'm going to do it on the school platform to simplify my life. The older I get, the more physical challenges I find myself undergoing, the more I know I need to simplify. And simplifying just feels better and flows for me. And that's how I know it's the right direction. So today, pick one standard that you're going to raise. And I'm telling you right now, mine is going to be, I'm going to schedule 2 times on my calendar every week to work on my business instead of in it, at least an hour block of time. And I'm going to continue to structure my daily practices so that they support like the inner work that I, like everybody else, needs to do to create the business and the life that I want. All right. Any questions about this? Please text or message me. Don't expect me to hop on the phone with you today. It's not going to happen. Probably not all weekend. The rate the voice thing's going. All right. Have a great day. Any questions about this? Any thoughts or comments on it? Maybe you totally disagree with this. And if so, let's hear it, right? In the comments below. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.